That's so teetery.
No, it's fine. I've got it. I think I've had enough shots. Okay, so ya bitch back. No, I'm just playing. Okay, for real though. Okay, so it is the 1st of September. In the month before this, aka August, I bought a shitload of books, which is pretty normal for me. And every time I bought books, I like share them on Instagram, but I know that like probably no one is following that. Actually more people are following the Instagram than are following the YouTube channel. So that's awkward. But I feel like that's just because of my face, even though I don't post my face, but alright. I see how it is. Y'all want to see my shit, but you don't want to see me talk. That's fine. You know what? That's pretty much normal life. So I am not bitter if y'all like that Instagram shit, whatever. Square pictures, whatever. Pop a filter on that bitch. So I thought that since it's like a thing to do hauls on like YouTube and you just like terrible shit, it's like I bought $300 worth of shit from Wish and just like dumb shit like that. Well, my version is like I bought $25 worth of used books over the course of a month. So it's a lot more like conservative, I guess. I don't know. I don't buy new books. I don't know if I've gone into that rant before. So I buy all of my books used. It's just not worth it to buy new books if A, you don't even know if you like it, B, you read as fast as I do. It's like you burned up $20 of entertainment in 3 hours. Like, it's just the most pointless thing ever. That's why the library is amazing. But kind of besides the subject. So I thought I would talk through everything that I bought, and I have like 2 giant stacks down here. Gay Head, which I did post, and I still haven't made the video for this, but yeah, I got this out of the book box, and the whole reason that I even got it was because of the author's name. 14 warm and glowing stories selected by Gay Head. Yes, you read it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
We're so mature.
Mature.
Gay Head.
Gay Head. Ha 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 ha. So funny. I mean, but it was like the best thing in the book box, y'all. So we got that out of a random book box that we went to, right? Or a little free library, they're called. Officially. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's Gay Head. We went to another book box, and the thing I got out of that one was the world of cheese. Just, oh my gosh, y'all. I have a thing about cheese. Y'all don't even know. In like middle school, I used to write poems about cheese, and if you think I'm making this shit up, like my best friend will vouch for me. Like, I had a straight up word art enhanced poem about cheese. Like, don't play with me. Like, I love cheese, but this is just an old ass, like, funky 70s, 1978, 70s book about fucking cheeses. And I know it's really stupid, but I feel like just like reading aloud from this book would make like the best ASMR video ever. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a nerd. And yeah, I watch ASMR, so judge me. But I'm just saying, like, it's a thing. So found that gem. Love it. Gold. That is pure book box gold. I feel like anyone else that was looking in the book box would just be like, oh, like throw it to the side. But no. Of course, I took it. Because I want that shit. God, I love cheese. I was at, was it DAV? Yes, DAV, which for those of you that don't live in Springfield or Missouri or don't know what it is, it's like a thrift store, but it benefits the disabled American veterans or some shit like that. So, books that I bought there. 642 Things to Write About, which is a fucking writing prompt book that I had a really long time ago, but before I could use it, I actually gave it to my friend, I believe. So I was like, oh shit, I really need that, because I actually wanted to do it, but I ended up giving it to my friend, so now I have like a second chance, which is awesome. So the other thing I got, Flowers for Algernon, which is a book that we read in middle school. It basically, this person with kind of like a low IQ undergoes this like experiment that makes him super smart, but only for a short period of time, and then he starts like regressing again. And I was honestly sitting there like, oh my gosh, was this book like ableist. Like, I honestly can't remember. We read a lot of fucked up books in middle school. And the other one that I particularly remember is Black Like Me, where the white guy gets injected with some kind of, I don't remember what it was, but basically he goes undercover as a black person to find out about all the injustices they personally face and then writes about it like he's a reporter. And honestly, I feel like I would be steaming mad if I read that now, but at the time I was just like whatever. And the other books we were reading was like, the other thing I remember is like The Jungle, which is a book about how terrible like the meat industry is, and talked about like the people that worked there and how terrible it was. They were just storing whatever parts into there and making kind of a mix of meats that no one knew what the hell it was. So I don't know why we read so many fucked up books, but we read a lot of fucked up books. So honestly, I just wanted to like revisit this, and at the time I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good, it's so sad, but like I was a kid, so. And Black Like Me, like the whole premise just automatically makes me mad. So I'm like, is this book actually good, or did I just not have enough like life experience to know what it was? So I was just curious. So obviously I bought it and I'm gonna reread that at some point. This other book I got mostly just because like it's called Sunshine, but the other book I got just because like look at those red pages. Look at it. It's cool.
It's like a Bible.
It is like a Bible, but they have the little gold fucking pages. Did anyone else love that shit? I mean, fuck a Bible. Yeah. But honestly, like, look at the little corner of the pages, you're just like, oh yes, I feel so delicate turning these, and it's like,
yeah. And they're ultra thin.
I'm pretty sure everyone likes turning the pages of a Bible, let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, except for when you turn it too fast and it rips, because the pages are so goddamn thin. What's up with that? Someone tell me why the Bible pages are so fucking thin. I really want to know.
Because it'd be fat as fuck if it wasn't.
Too fucking long because it's multiple books combined into one giant book. But turns out this is some fucking book about a girl that has cancer that got adapted into a movie or something. But like, we need another fucking cancer book. Like, we have enough cancer books. Like, why is it? I'm tired. My soul's tired of the cancer book. But this is like an old cancer book. I'm sorry. There's so many cancer books. In honesty, like, I fucked up. I don't know why about that. So. Moving on, we have Azazel by Isaac Asimov, and I remember reading in like high school his like robot trilogies, stories, the 3 Laws of Robotics, that kind of shit. So I kind of got into that for a hot minute. But the reason I got this is because there's a little devil with his butt out. Look at it. Isaac Asimov is a well-known sci-fi writer, so I thought it'd be interesting to see how he does like fantasy, because I didn't know if it would be good, if it would be bad, if it would be like his other stories. Like, I like him as a sci-fi writer, so yeah, I got that out of random curiosity. And this next one I think I got from the flea market. I was walking through the flea market with my friend Erin. Shout out to Erin because she's awesome. So obviously the title got my attention. Angry Black White Boy. Oh my god, y'all. I cannot wait to tear this shit apart. It's gonna be bad. It is by Adam Mansbach. Nobody even knows. The whole point of the matter is, this guy is white, obviously. Like, who else does this shit? Who else goes as hard? Who else, like, it's expected. I didn't even know it was written by a white guy. I just saw the title and I was like, I need to read this and just deconstruct it. It's gonna be like Black Like Me. So the summary of this, so bad. I'm just gonna read a little bit. Macon is a suburban white boy possessed and politicized by black culture and filled with rage toward white America. After moving to New York City for college, he begins robbing white passengers in his taxi cab, setting off a manhunt for the black man presumed to be committing the crimes. When his true identity is revealed, he finds himself to be a celebrity and makes use of the spotlight to hold forth on the evils and invisibility of whiteness. What? What? He becomes, so I kind of already went off on a rant on this, but he becomes a celebrity. Of course he does. It just makes me so mad. Like, white people speak up against racism, they become a celebrity, and black people speak up against racism, they become Black Lives Matter, which people were saying was violent, and they were approaching it the wrong way, and just all these criticisms about it. But when a white person does it, they're like, number one, they're so woke. Like, it just made me mad just reading the summary, guys. Like, just the summary. Ooh, I can already tell y'all I'm gonna get enraged reading this. God damn, there are some white people that are so just out of touch. it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be bad. I can already tell y'all. I got a huge amount of books from Goodwill. By the time y'all see this, my review of The Shining will already be up, which I got because look at this cover. Creepiness. I don't really read Stephen King, so I was curious. And also I'd already seen the movie, so I had something to kind of like compare it to. So yeah, Firestarter, never heard of it. I don't even know if I want to read it after reading The Shining, and if you guys go watch my review, you'll know why. But long story short, like, he's low-key racist. So I don't know if I'm going to read that, but I got those two. On, like, the theme of serial killers, because for some reason I, like, things about serial killers. I don't know why. I always have. It's kind of weird. But whatever. So I got In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, a nonfiction book about a family that was murdered in Kansas. I also got one about specifically female serial killers, so I was like, shit, that's actually interesting as hell, because all the famous serial killers are all men, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just like, I want to hear about female serial killers because they're not really they're not famous like a lot of the male serial killers are. So I was curious about that, so I got this. It's definitely more of like a reporter style. I already kind of started it, but Clockwork Orange, just because I liked the cover. It's bright ass orange, and it's just old, and you know, you already know I like that style of books. And A Wrinkle in Time. Look at this crazy ass cover with like this fucking Pegasus wing guy, but whatever. I actually wanted to reread this when the movie came out, but my boyfriend had lost his copy, and so I couldn't do it, and I never did it because we didn't have the copy. He has every book but the first one.
I have it.
Is there a reason? He said he didn't know where it was, but apparently his friend borrowed it, and his friend is really flaky and never gave it back to him, and that's the long story of the short. So he has the entire trilogy except for the first one, which is really the only one that anyone cares about or ever reads or that matters at all. So, had to buy this just to like fix it. I'm not enraged at all, y'all. Then I also got Game of Thrones, woo! And I am so fucking behind because a couple months ago I like binge watched the entire series, and I did start getting into it when it first came out. Like I was, I think, a sophomore in college. Over that summer, I was following it intensely. It was all over Tumblr, so I was sort of watching the TV series. I was pirating it. I was watching all the episodes as they came out. Like, I wasn't reading the books or anything, but I was following it. And then I don't know what happened. I guess I moved back to Springfield and I either forgot about it or I didn't have access to it or something like that. But I remember liking it. So I started all the way at the beginning, rewatched the entire thing, and now I'm all caught up. And my coworker that I work with was telling me I need to read the books because it's a lot more detail and it's just better and I really like it. And I remember trying to read the books. Like, I was so excited when it first came out that I ordered the entire box set, waited, like, just waiting on it to come in the mail. And then it got here, and I flipped it open, and I tried to read it, and I think I finished maybe the first chapter. It's just so dense, and it's so detailed, and there's just so much world building. But I definitely, like, liked it better the second time around when I started reading it on, like, Kindle or whatever, because I checked it out from the library. The perspective switches a lot, so I can understand why, you know, someone who's never read it, trying to follow 8 different characters, switching back and forth so much would be really difficult. But since I know exactly who they are and I know exactly what's happening, like, I don't know, it's easier for me to follow now, and, like, it is really good. So, I don't know what I was on back then. Maybe I just wasn't mature enough for it, but whatever. I don't know what the deal was. So I got the book so that I can now read it on my own time and don't have to worry about Kindle expiring in 2 weeks. Like, 2 weeks? Shit, dude. This shit is thick. So hopefully I go back and actually finish this. I got Orange is the New Black, another show I used to watch that I just quit watching, and I think it was just because I didn't have Netflix. A woman gets incarcerated for a crime that she committed a really long time ago and gets committed to this women's prison and spends like a couple years there, and her ex is also there, and just all kinds of shit goes down. And it kind of, throughout the show, it shows you all the backstory of why, like, the different women are in prison, and basically shows you that they're not really bad people. Like, they just made like some bad decisions at some point. But
That's
and
cool.
Honestly, the main character, Piper, is really fucking annoying. She's like the whiniest white bitch that you could ever imagine. But it is really strong on, like, the just like talking about, like, gay relationships and shit like that. So I don't know. I enjoyed it, especially because it's so like female focused too. Like there's hardly any male characters, which is awesome. I really liked it at the time, and I should probably go back and actually finish that series too. Yeah, so I want to read the book that her actual account of it. And I think the other thing I got was Sharp Objects, which I just finished the other night. You already know, everyone knows about this, and this is actually really timely because the Netflix, or the TV series of it, I think just finished, like, being wrapped up, like, just now. Yeah, I really like this author. I read Gone Girl, I watched the movie. I really like her focus on, like, female characters, and I feel like she says some, like, out-of-line things in this book, but, so if you like thrillers or mystery or whatever, yeah, you definitely want to read her, because she definitely keeps you glued to the page. I'm not saying she's the most talented ever, but, like, get your attention. I think this is the only YA book that I got, and I don't even know if this has been turned into a movie yet. I'm pretty sure it has. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? So, what?
Just makes me think of, Lord of the Rings.
You say, I thought you were about to say a series of unfortunate events, and I was like, God damn it.
Lord of the Rings.
Why?
Pretty sure it's Pippin's real name.
God damn it, you're right. I'm so mad right now. Peregrine took or something like that. Why do I actually know this? I hate this. I did read Lord of the Rings, like, all the way through at one point. Let's be real. Lord of the Rings makes you want to kill yourself. It's the same thing. It's like Game of Thrones. It's so dense, but it's dense, but without the, like, witty dialogue. Like,
dude, I was thinking the other day, George R.R. Martin is trying really hard to be fucking J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh, yeah? Except, like, with sex.
With sex.
There's no sex in Lord of the Rings, is there?
J.R.R. Tolkien with sex.
Okay, and fun fact about C.S. Lewis is... Or not C.S. Lewis, but fucking that guy.
Tolkien?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he wasn't even trying to write like that. The only reason is that he was friends with C.S. Lewis, and C.S. Lewis was like, this shit is bomb, and read his shit, and it was like, you need to get this published, and, like, he did.
Wait, what? They were friends?
Yes, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
What?
C.S. Lewis
I can't
is...
believe you didn't know that! Yes, Jesus-y.
Very Jesus-y. I mean,
how do you not
so
know
is
this?
Tolkien, but very subtly.
Yeah, exactly. He was not on that.
Well,
He
not
was
very
on that.
subtly, but kind of subtly.
Frodo is Jesus. Spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding. But he is like the savior figure.
I don't know.
Is he not?
I don't know who
He
he
sacrifices everything to destroy the ring.
Like I said, it's a lot more ambiguous. It's not as clear cut in stone here. I feel like a lot of characters could be Jesus or God. Like they all kind of play that part.
You're right. It's definitely the same kind of like epic fantasy sort of thing with like a lot of characters and a lot of backs. I can see the comparison there. I'm surprised no one has made that comparison. Maybe someone has, but I haven't until now.
I just thought of it because they both have RR in their name.